right now, you'll be able, maybe
You
not.
Okay,
The necklace, there's a few hundred left.
This coming up, this is like insane.
All right, I popped this on. I had to have. Tyrone Turquoise, the chip sterling silver necklace.
This is a misnomer here. This should not be called chips. They're not chips. These are actually nugget flats. But what makes this so unique and so
they're like slabs.
Crazy deal, okay,
Yeah,
this is
big.
an American turquoise. And this is from Tyrone, the Tyrone deposit, and it comes from New Mexico. My people, my peeps, man.
That's where you started.
Yeah, you know, we all get together, do a group hug here from New Mexico. It's where I grew up, and it's where I'm still based out of, New Mexico, even though they probably don't appreciate me like they should in the state, right?
What? Do you not have a day named after you? Are you not an honorary? Do you have the key to the city?
I don't. I don't.
That's an outrage. I'm going to start a letter writing campaign.
I do feel the same.
A little slighted, yeah.
But yeah, New Mexico is where this is based. It's an American turquoise, and I got to tell you how important that is, okay? When I first started in the 70s, and I started just when I was about 5, 6 years old, just so you know. I don't want to date myself. Anyway, in the 70s, I bought from 27 different American mines, turquoise. Turquoise is always, as far as gemstones, my first love, okay? Absolutely, my first love has always been turquoise. I grew up with it, especially in the area that I grew up. Turquoise was very predominant. And there was a lot of turquoise artists even. So, you know, it's something that I grew up with. I have great affinity for. You see it a lot of my designs. It is my key material that I work with. And out of those 27 mines that I was buying from American mines, and they were only all American mines, out of those particular 27 mines at that time, there's only one of those mines that's still active. Now, the Tyrone Turquoise was not one of those mines. So this wasn't even available to me at that time in the 70s. This mine is very unusual. It's very unique. They don't really get a lot of material. It's owned by an engineer, actually, who works for a big mining company, one of the big copper companies. He's an engineer for them, but he owns the Tyrone deposit, so that's his claim. So they just work this kind of, when they have time to do it. And what I think is really kind of cool and cute is he's actually teaching his daughter, how to mine it. Yeah. Oh. So it is kind of a family thing. It's very small operation. This isn't some big deal. So the rarity of it is very unusual. And what I love with this is you're seeing on Tyrone is this is the formation of a lot of this, is where there's little flats, little plates of it. And so, but these are all, these aren't chips. So
no, they go to 16 by 4 millimeter. And I wanted to give you a dimension so that the word chip didn't sound like they were itsy bitsy.
Well, okay, what chips are though, chips are
from- Is it the slice?
They're slices.
Yeah.
After they've cut cabochons or whatever, they're what they call in cuts. They call them chips, but they're really what they are is in cuts. These aren't. These are actually the plates, actually the nuggets formations that this particular turquoise has. What I love about it is the coloration of it.
Yes.
And I will tell you right now, chances of ever seeing a Tyrone necklace are slim to none. This one, do you know that for us to do this necklace, this is an accumulation of about 5 years of nuggets.
All right, I have an update.
5 years.
We don't have 5,000 of these. There's 120 have just been ordered, and there's less than 300 left. Now, we had a bit of a hold when we started the show, so I think people are getting, but now we're gonna be taking your calls quicker, so this is gonna go quicker. You can go to hsn.com and get in on it, or use that free downloadable app. If you're calling the number on your screen, we do have a teeny bit of a hold, but like I said, with only 300 left, and listen, it's appraised at $200.
And even that,
yeah, we sent it out.
I don't even know where you would go.
We sent it 3 legally approved appraisals. They have what are they called? Permits?
Yeah, they have appraisers'
They've got their permits. Whatever those are. So I was trying to bring it back to the permits.
You're big on permits,
I'm big on permits. So, but we take the lowest. That means the other 2 appraisals were way higher.
Way higher,
So when you get this home, I wouldn't put this on your homeowner's insurance as $200. I would have your local jeweler appraise it for your, because, and at $89.90, you couldn't buy the material for this. And I know that from working with Jay.
And here's the deal, right?
Okay, half the quantity now gone, half sold out.
You couldn't even get the material. And even on the Tyrone, when you see Tyrone from us in the past. What do you see? You see rings, you see earrings.
Oh,
You might see a necklace, but it's like big cabs, right? It's not small pieces, and these are all the nuggets. It took us literally 5 years of collecting. The first thing that we do when we get the materials in, absolutely first thing, is sort by size. Then we sort by color. Then we sort by color grade. So there's 3 sorting processes before we even start designing with any material. And that includes this material as well as any material. That's what it goes through. I will tell you with this though, it's very unique, very unusual. And the reason that we don't make necklaces in Tyrone is this material is not inexpensive. You couldn't buy the material for what we're selling, for what we were selling
I would get this
originally.
home for 18 bucks on any major credit card. We're doing 5 flex pay on everything, and this is also on a huge sale. What is it, $50 off? So this is an opportunity, and it is an exclusive. You're not gonna, you could go into a gallery in Arizona.
I don't care if you go to New Mexico, anywhere.
You could hand down a duffel bag full of cash, and they wouldn't have this.
Well, if you go, and this is how unusual and rare this is, to be honest with you guys. If you go in, and I'm talking even in the Southwest, where I'm from, you just don't see Tyrone turquoise, and you sure as heck, if you see it, you see exactly what I was telling you. You see cabochons. Your chances of seeing a necklace, an actual necklace made out of Tyrone, is almost slim to none. The material is just too caustic. The rough material is too expensive to really do any big necklaces. And also, if you're going to cut beads with it, it's virtually impossible because it would be literally. Add some zeros, and you might be able to do it.
I want you to see how long I could wear it. I mean, I could wear it way down here. I just customized it to my shirt. But you know, when you've got 18 1/4 inches with a 2 3/4 inch extender, you have a lot of play. And of course, I like to. Okay.
Well, cool. I'm glad you got that. You know what?
Sad.
It's sad, but you know what? For the turquoise collectors, and mark my words, you won't see that. You know, again, like I said, it took us almost 5 years to collect enough of those nuggets.